Hey, what's up, traders? What the heck is going on in the market? I mean, are you scared? You have a right to be. I could say I am, but that does not mean I'm going to sell anything or buy anything or do anything at all out of fear. We don't do that. Over the next 8 to 10 minutes, what I'm going to show you is as much as we're afraid right now, we're scared, rightfully so, because the market has been dreadful. If you long, if you do leaps, you invest, right now we're all suffering. By that I mean you've lost some of your profits. At the same time, we don't do anything until the chart has confirmed we're taking a direction. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you why I'm still a bit optimistic. I might be the only bull around right now because everybody's calling a 40, 50% crash and whatnot. I'm willing to change that position from being bullish as long as the chart has indicated we are going down. All right. So are you ready? All right, cheers. Let's get into it. Just to start with, actually, before I go in the chart, let's check the fear and greed index. You're not alone. Everyone's scared. Look at the fear right now in the market. That's extreme fear. Extreme. And whenever it's extreme, that means most people think the market is going to crash. There's a crash coming. The market is going to go down and whatnot. I mean, this is bad. Rightfully so. Again, we've had a sizable pullback so far, or at least it seems like it. That's the stock market. If we check the crypto market, we also at 11. So everybody's scared. People are afraid. People are selling and dumping and saying they can't take the pain anymore. But you know what? We all know the famous quote, right? What does Warren Buffett say? Warren Buffett says, "When there's blood on the street, that's when we pounce. That's when we buy. That's when you find opportunities. Right now, it's not the time for you to go and buy some speculative stuff and whatever that may go up, some penny stock. Right now is the time to pick the stocks you like. Say, for example, again, this is not any indication for you to buy, hold, or sell, but for example, if you like Nvidia 3 weeks ago, why don't you like it now at a 15% discount? If you like, say for example, Apple is not that cheap. It's still fairly about the same price. Or Amazon a better example. Why would you not like it better when it's 15, 16% off? All right. So let's get in the chart. Okay, what we're looking at right now in this chart, and as I may not be looking directly at the screen, that's because I'm looking at the chart, so bear with me. All right. If you haven't, by the way, like this video, share it with somebody, help the channel grow. I didn't plan on making this video, but I'm seeing so many creators out there just scaring people, saying this is the crash, this is the big crash we're waiting for. It might be, again, it might be, but as of right now the chart has not told us we are confirmed to go down yet. It has not happened yet, and I will show you that in just a minute. So if we're looking at this is the QQQ, that's the Nasdaq. That's what holds all the big tech stock, which is really what keeping up the market. If we're looking at tech right now, what are we seeing here? We right there at a support level. It comes to that support level, and that support is being held so far. Again, we have to say so far. It doesn't mean it may not break it tomorrow if we go below that support level, but the main support I'm watching is right here. Okay, so what we can do is take this and we can say, okay, so this whole zone here, the market needs to stay above this zone, because if we lose that zone, man, I don't know. I don't know where we're stopping, because it seems like we might, if we lose that zone, we might come all the way down to say 558 and whatnot. That would be a sizable pullback. And if we're looking at currently looking at what the drop is currently in the Qs, it's about a 7% pullback, which is healthy for the market. The market has been going up quite some time. It's just a bit of a pullback. I know some of you guys may not want to hear it, especially if you bought at this level. You don't want to hear me say, "Hey, the market is not down that much or whatever," and this and that. But the reason I'm saying that, if we step back, right? Sometimes you have to zoom out to see exactly what's going on. with the pullback we just had, if we zoom out from Liberation Day and we go up, this is how much we're up by. Still, with that pullback, the Nasdaq is up about 47% from the lows. 47% from the lows. So yeah, we have pullbacks. Pullbacks do happen, and I understand right now it seems every single day it seems like we're down 9 points, 10 points, 12 points, and so on. The drop is happening extremely fast, right? It seems like when we're going up, you look at how slowly we're going up here, a couple of points per day, but on the days we're going down, this thing's dropping like a rock. So that's the first thing we ought to, so we have a support level that's right there. And if we want to find some support as far as trend line, for those of you who also trade trend lines, I believe you can find a trend line right here. A trend line is a dynamic support level. So as the stock goes up, you'll see that support level is moving up with it, right? So what do you see? So we had this come down right here. This is our starting point. We went up, we bounced, we went down. That's support, dynamic support moving up. So now we're making a higher low. It bounced again, came here, bounce again, move up. It keeps doing that, but it never went back down, right? So it's doing all that. Did a big leg up, pull back down. Now this is what's scary, that because it did a lower high. That's the scary part. But then again, if we look at it, what we did was come directly to the trend line. Now, if we lose that trend line, we worried. We will be seriously worried if we lose that trend line. Okay, there are many trend lines you can look into and try to get and say, hey, maybe we lost this and that. But as of right now, this is the trend line I'm looking at. That's my little hope, right? So that's the first thing. Okay, so let's remove those. Operate with a clean chart. So if you also a different type of technician who does things just slightly differently, what we're going to see here is there's a bit of a falling wedge pattern being formed, right? Okay, so if we take this low, we connect it to this candle, right? What do we see here? We see we were here, we bounced up, we came back, we bounced on that level, we came back, we're bouncing on this again. Typically, that's what we call a falling wedge. When we have this type of pattern being formed, typically at some point we bounce on that level, and we'll typically take off. But then again, we don't have any confirmation of anything yet. So what I wanted to really show you guys is there's no confirmation right now that says the market is going to drop X amount. It might drop X amount, but I think it's a bit premature to say that. Right now, we having a bit of a pullback, so we have to accept that. But then again, it is very risky in the market right now because if you want to look at it this way, you can say, hey, you know what? It seems like we are forming a what? A head and shoulders pattern. Okay? So, and we can see, okay, well, this would be our neckline, which is that support level. So if we don't break this over the next few trading days and we went below this level and confirm below it, so what we would be looking at is, let's do this way. So typically for a head and shoulders pattern, you take the head, oh, sorry about that, guys. You take the head, you draw down to the neck, right? And then to find where the next level is going to be if that move does happen. We have about a 39 points move, 39.68. So this is what's scary. That's the scary part, right? So I'm going to show you both sides. That's the way this happens. You have both sides of the coin. We may completely bounce, right? But we have not confirmed anything on the downside yet. We may pull it up, especially when it comes to the market. We've never really gone to Thanksgiving, where the market is down, they typically like to have us, like well fed and happy that the market is going up because we have to spend. Remember, there's a lot of companies, they make all of their money when they make all of their money around Thanksgiving. That's the peak season. You think about all the retail stores, the airlines, and stuff. So if we don't have people being very happy and seeing their 401ks going up, making money in the market, buying cars and whatever, people are not going to spend. And if people are not spending money with the airlines or retail stores and so on, what happens? We're going to get more layoffs. We already have too many layoffs happening, but we're going to have even more layoffs. If we have more layoffs, people don't have money, they can spend money. So it's a domino effect that affects everything. Now that's when you start having the issue we already started having with things like the mortgage crisis. We start having people defaulting on home mortgages. So foreclosures are up 20%. Now, does that go to 40%? So that creates a domino effect. It gets really, really bad and really, really nasty pretty, pretty quickly. So if we just take a look at the smooth that. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's take a quick look at SPY, the S&P 500. We look at the S&P 500. I did some work on that before. We pretty much doing the exact same thing. We are at that support level currently. Currently, we're at that support level. We're doing pretty much the exact same thing on that level there. If we go on the weekly, this is what needs to happen. If the bulls do not want this market to continue going down, if they want to take back control, because right now the bears are in control right now. The bears are celebrating. They in complete control right now. But it's not over. This is the beginning of the week, and it is not over. So this is what we're having right now, but it is not over. Because if you're looking at that, because I'm pretty sure that week, that Friday when we had that bloodbath, I think we all remember it. The Bears thought they had it, right? They thought they had it, and we came all the way down to this level. They thought they had it, and then what happens? The Bulls came in and say, "No, no, 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 no. We're not done yet. We're not done yet." So what we're looking at right now is the same thing. And if you even want to look at it on the weekly, there's an argument to be made that as of right now, what we're making is a higher low, right? Because you could say we drop, we went and made a higher high, right? So let me draw this so it's easy for everyone. We were here, we drop, boom, then we pop, we make a higher high, and then now we dropping, and so far it is still a higher low. So if we make a higher low, we might want toward the end of the year. Personally, I still believe, yeah, I may be alone in that, but I still believe we're going to around 700. That's where I think we're still going 700 toward the end of the year. But the Bulls we need to do something. Where my Bulls at, man? Come on. We need to take control of this situation because we cannot lose this level. If we lose this level, all hell is breaking loose. And if we take a quick look at the volatility index, let's go and take a look at the VIX. First of all, I had this already drawn. The VIX is right at a trend line, downward trend line. Um, and if you look at the VIX today, close at 10% up. Historically, when the VIX closes 10% or higher, we have an 85% chance of having a green day over the next two trading sessions. That's the way it's been historically. Every single time, whenever we have the VIX spike more than 10%, you can see it on this corner here. The VIX spike up more than 10%. So that means we're expecting the probability of having a green trading sessions over the next two trading days is we have an 85% chance. In case somebody did not know, whenever it is above 20%, that gives us about a 95% probability to have a green day over the next two trading sessions. All right. So if we're looking at that, yeah, it doesn't look very good. Doesn't look very good, but we're not there yet. Right? It's like right now it seems like the market is like a boxer. This is the 12th round. We wobbled. We've been dropped a couple of times, but we have the power. We're like a heavyweight, right? We have the power. We have that Mike Tyson, power shot. We can knock out the best, and I hope we do. I certainly hope we do because if we don't, there's going to be a lot of pain in this country, and I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. Not only because I'm invested in the stock market, and things like that, but when you're thinking about how that impacts people, because what first thing company is going to do if their stock's not doing well, guess what? That CEO is not going to miss their bonus. You know what they're going to do to make sure they get their bonus? If they're not making enough profit, they're going to lay people off. That's what they're going to do. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to hop on right now. I mean, my lights not even completely fixed. I have been completely well done. As you can see, the lighting is a little off. But I felt like with all the doom and gloom out there right now, I wanted to get on just to let everyone like, hey, although things seem tough right now, but it's not over yet. So I'm not panic selling anything right now because we don't have confirmation yet. If we do, I will say it. I'm not. I didn't come here to try to convince people to keep things or anything like that. Anyway, I cannot tell you to do that anyway because I'm not your financial advisor. But I just wanted to give you the facts. These are the two different situations. We might keep going down. We at critical level, but at the same time, we don't have confirmation that we're going down yet. All right, guys, take care. Have a good one. Hopefully, we have Green Day tomorrow at Acom here. We can all have a good time. If you have not done so yet, smash the like button for me. Share this video. Post your comment on below. Are you buying anything? Let me know which stocks you're buying. Let me know if you're buying anything. Let me know. Personally, I just bought some Netflix. So that's what I'm doing with my community. All right, guys, take care.